for me personally, even though I was a young coach, I never wanted to come in here and have the players felt like I was any better than anybody that was better than them or anybody that was bigger than them. I always told them that, we both have similar goals. We're both trying to get to the next level. We're just taking two different paths trying to get there. My name is Michael Wiggins. I play on the men's basketball team here at Sacramento City College. I've always loved sports. Like I said, I've always loved the competitive nature that comes with sports. I love to compete. And not being able to go to school full time is what prompted me to start coaching in the first place. I knew that I wanted to still be involved with sports somehow, and if I wasn't able to play, then coaching it was the next best thing for me.
When Michael was an assistant, when he started, he was a little unsure of himself, but he very quickly got used to it. We gave him responsibilities. He was very good at learning. He had to learn basketball from the ground up to a certain degree, because just because you've played doesn't mean you're ready to be an assistant. And so he kind of has a good all-around feel for the game, but also for what we're trying to do here.
Upon my completion of the third year of coaching, I just had this burning desire in me that just wanted to play. I had never played junior college basketball, and yet I was a coach at the junior college basketball level. That didn't sit too well with me. I was asking my players to do things that I personally have never done, to push themselves in ways that I've never pushed myself. And I felt a little guilty for that. And so ultimately I said, you know what? While I'm still young and still able to go to school full time and play basketball, let me do it. I don't want to have any regrets. That's my biggest thing. I don't want to have any regrets. I don't want to look back, in 20, 25 years from now and say, you know what, I wish I would have, I could have, I sure should have. So I said, forget that. Let's go back now while I'm still able to, and let's play. Talking to the head coach, Coach Jones, was one of the most intimidating conversations that I thought was going to be intimidating, I should say. But he was all for it. Coach Jones is a guy who only played 1 year of junior college basketball himself. And he told me straight up, man, if I was able to, I'd go back and play myself. Coaching is fun, but there's absolutely nothing like playing. And just experiencing this first 2 months of being a player again, like you said, there's nothing better. Nothing better.
At the end of last season, he decided, I think I'm young enough that I want to try to play basketball instead of coach basketball, and I thought that was a really good decision on his part. Once he decided he was going to try to play instead of coaching, I let him know, okay, I'm going to treat you like a player from now on, and the players will see that, and they'll see that you're not treated any differently.
I think Mike always wanted to be a basketball player at the college level. I think there's only a short window of a period where you get a chance to do that. And he realized that, maybe I should go back to school, and then, I want to meet my goals. I want to challenge myself, and I think he's done a great job with the transition from being a coach and everybody looking at him as a coach to now he's a basketball player. And I think the guys have really accepted him mainly because Mike works really hard, and Mike doesn't take any plays off, and he's a team guy. So I think the guys really look up to Mike for the fact that he doesn't think he's better than anybody because he was a coach, and that's hard to do. So I commend him for doing that alone.
Goal of mine is to I want to be one of the best defensive players in the state of California this year. Defense is just something that I've naturally excelled at, and I'm very good at it, according to myself, my teammates, and my coaches. So my goal is to be one of the best defenders that this state has to offer when it comes to basketball.
Michael's going to come off the bench. He's one of our rotation players right now, and so he's in the top 8 or 9 players right now.
I think where Mike's really going to help us the most is on the defensive end, where he can really give us that energy and maybe take a guy off the other team, take him out of his rhythm, and I think that's where he's going to help us the most.
Well, from Michael going from coach to player, I believe we build a better chemistry with the coaching, and and I really got used to the style with him practicing with us from time to time, and from the coaching. He always brings this really great intensity to our practices, and I think that can really transition to our season this year.
Definitely Mike brings a lot of experience and energy, a lot of energy, especially on defense. So that's one thing I really like about Mike is he's so passionate about the game and he's so committed to it.
Team goals, I got a lot of those. First and foremost, I want the sophomores that are on this team this year to go out and leave a legacy that just to do something that hasn't been done here at City College before. Coached a lot of these guys that are now sophomores, so it matters to me the success that they have. And now knowing that I'm gonna contribute to that, I'm gonna do everything possible to make sure that they leave here on a high note. Make sure that they leave here feeling good about what it is that they've done here at City College. So that's first and foremost. Second goal is for us to make the playoffs. The biggest goal is to bring a state title here to Sacramento City College. That hasn't been done in quite some time here. And like I said, it's all about leaving a legacy, making history. And what better way to do that than to win a state title and bring it here to City College.